episode 1 of season 3. I can't believe it. With me, a solo episode today on cultivating guts, and we're going to be talking about 2024 in the coming year. Hello, it's Tiffany, and welcome back to Cultivating Guts, a podcast where we discuss gardening, homesteading, gut health, and following our intuition. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I've had so many insightful moments and ideas about really important topics that I'm wanting to share with you on the podcast. I've spent the last few weeks kind of deep in journaling, and today I'm actually also simultaneously video recording this podcast, so you can see the video on Spotify and on our YouTube channel if you want to watch us. Hello. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Tiffany Hinton. You can also find the last 2 seasons of the Cultivating Guts podcast on our YouTube channel. And if you are over there, hello. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you for a favor. If you could subscribe, rate, and review the Cultivating Guts podcast and send me a screenshot of your review to Tiffany@cultivatingguts.com. I'll send you a free garden planning course. Everything you need to get started planning out your spring garden, your summer garden for 2024, all in one video, all the downloadables, everything for free. I walk you through it step by step. Everything is so easy. It's just, you just sit down and grab a journal and a pen and you're off and running. Also, if you're listening and you have a favorite part of this podcast, screenshot that, share it over on Instagram at I am Tiffany Hinton. I love reposting things to my stories. I'm excited to hear what you think of today's podcast and this episode. I'm so grateful for you and all of our amazing listeners for helping us grow the podcast. And I can't believe this will be year 3, and sharing it with more people. Before we go into the show, quick word from our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by Cultivating Guts. Have you wished that you could garden but not be overwhelmed, or maybe you don't know where to start and you really just want to learn how to get started? Well, you're in the right place. I'm a certified garden coach and I would love to help you get started, whether it's in your own backyard or on Zoom. I love to teach people how to heal the soil from chemical treatments, traditional lawn care that has killed the natural biome of the soil, causing the gardens to produce less and enjoy more as you learn how to use biodynamic gardening to regenerate your soil, but also to increase your garden's production. Honestly, it is a passion of mine. I grew up, a child of farmers, people that actually at one point owned a fertilizer company. So I know firsthand what it can do to the soil, how it can create a monoculture. And when you decide to have a backyard garden, all the work that can go into rebuilding the soil in order for you to have a fruitful produce and production and all the different components. I've spent over 10 years building our suburban homestead and learning along the way. I've been gardening for over 40 years, yes. And it's intuitive, but it's also this huge passion. Cultivating Guts, when you have a garden consult with me and you sign up for garden coaching, we remove the frustration and we make it possible for you to have your dream garden, whether it's raised bed gardens or a poterage, which is, a pot garden, or a kitchen garden, or an herb garden, which is one of my favorites to build, where you can go out and pick medicinal herbs and make teas and tinctures right from your own backyard. It's super easy. We set it all up and you see a garden plan, and then there's an installation day, and it is where it's a partnership. So all along the way, you are learning. The very first step is a 1-hour consultation with me. You get to pick the perfect location for your biodynamic moon garden. Then I work with you to find, to make sure it is the right location. We look at where the sun is throughout the day. We learn about your individual challenges and what are your dreams. Then we design and we create an estimate and a map to get moving with the garden installation. Once this is all approved, we'll schedule an assisted installation day, and I will come out and help you if you are local to the Prospect Heights area, and I'll help you get your garden all set up. It's truly amazing. With that, guys, if you're interested, I would invite you to hop over to www.cultivatingguts.com. Sign up for a garden consultation today. Let's get that booked. I can only do 2 a month. So we do have 2 in February and 2 in January still open. So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, this is what I need, hop over to www.cultivatingguts.com and get on my calendar, and we'll get started building and mapping out your dream garden. Hello, hello. Welcome to 2024. If you're on our mailing list, I sent out a short email yesterday talking a little bit about the energy of 2024. It is an 8-year. It is the Chinese year of the wood dragon. It's an amazing opportunity for us to shed the past, step into the new, and be ourselves, our soul selves, not our social selves or our societal normal selves, but actually like who we really are, our true deep soul self. I've been doing, as I've shared on social and a couple of other places and on Instagram, a lot of journaling, a lot of deep kriyas, a lot of meditation work, a cold bath, like a polar plunge earlier, right on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. I think it was New Year's Day. Been to the massage parlor. I'm dying to go to the sauna. And it's just this time for me to release, right? Release emotionally, physically, the toxicity, just like start anew, let it all go, be grateful for what was, which we talked about in the final episode of season 2, like going and being grateful and doing reflection and truly taking those lessons as lessons, learning from them and stepping forward. If you're part of our new moon circle, twice, two new moons ago, so it would have been November's new moon, we did a meditation of embracing our current selves, thanking them for where we are at, how far we've come, and then hugging them and stepping into a new us, knowing that when we stepped into 2024, we were going to be a new person. What does that mean? Does it mean you step out of your skin? Kind of. Does it mean that, you totally look like a new person? Maybe, maybe not. But what it means is that you step into a new possibility for yourself, a deeper soul connection, the ability to say, yeah, I'm weird and I embrace my weirdness and I'm happy about my weirdness. And this is me. This is not who I was, brainwashed to be or taught to be, or all of these things that society and the dogma of life and all puts on us. It's kind of like shedding that, saying, yeah, not me, not me. That's a little bullshit. Nope, 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 nope. And just kind of working through that physically and energetically to come back to who are you at the core? Who are you when there is nothing else? Nobody is watching and you're just you. Who is that? That's who you are in 2024. And I encourage each and every one of you listening to have that for yourself. Like, it has taken me so many years, 40 plus years, to say, hell no, fuck yes. That's what I was telling my children earlier this week. I was like, there's only 2 things. There is no maybes. There's no, meh. There is just a hell no, I'm not doing it. It's not right for me. And a fuck yes, that is it. And I'm going after it. And there's no stopping me. And when you get to that point, life just opens up. It just becomes amazing. Like, anything is possible. It always was. But I think you begin to realize, like, anything is possible. Anything that you want, you deserve it. It's yours. You're worthy of it. But you have to get to this place in your life where you're like, yes, yep, that's it. I got it. And until you're at that spot, there will always be these, I think what somebody recently called them was like little egotistic people or whatever, these little angels and dragons, angels and demons on your shoulders. People talk about that. Those are your little voices. Those are the little voices in your body that are trying to convince you that to do it or not do it. It's everything that you've been taught from maybe public schools, religion, parents. It's all of those subconscious beliefs and those values that are sitting there telling you yes, no, yes, no. And in reality, knock them off. Be done with them. Take your short hands if you're not watching the video, like take your hands and just fling those backwards and say goodbye, good riddance. I'm making my own decisions. And I want you to take those hands and put them down on your lower stomach. Take a deep breath, and that is where you're going to make those decisions. Your decisions going forward are made from that energetic center in the middle of our bodies, what a lot of people call your second brain, right? It's your gut, it's your instinct, it's your intuition. Sabrina Lynn will call it your lower energy center, right? That's where your decisions get made. That's where the yeses come from, like the fuck yes, or the hell no, it's not happening. It can go away. It does not come from those characters that you sit on your shoulders that help you make decisions. Those guys are gone. And we step into this new space where, truthfully, not everybody's your friend. Not everybody's around this year. And it's all right, because sometimes those energy demons and those Draculas and vampires, they gots to go. You got to get rid of them. I would suggest, if you do feel that you have any energetic leaks, if you feel that there's anybody that's just every time you come around them, you're just like, oh, I'm so tired, I need a nap. You need to release those people. You need to do some cord cutting. You can find some cord cutting videos on YouTube, or even on Instagram. You need to probably call on Archangel Gabriel or even Archangel Metatron, super strong archangels, and have them help you cut and release those tentacles that are attaching to your soul, to your energy, to your body, and just move into the new year clean. And then in the December new moon circle, we actually cleared our aura. We cleared our energy centers of our body. And one of the ladies after was like, oh my gosh, I feel so better. Another one was so like, they felt just like clear. Like it was just so clearing. And so you need to, whether you're doing sweeps or you're doing um, the up and downs in front of your chest while you're doing breath of fire, but like releasing and clearing that auric field, and then grounding yourself, digging in the roots deep down into the earth, opening up the crown of your chakra, the crown of your head, and allowing the energy to come up from the earth and down from the what from cosmic, the ethers, in, and just kind of reform and recenter your body. It's a good visual to see like golden white light coming up from the earth and like bright white light coming down, and just kind of let it merge into your solar plexus, into your heart, and then envision your aura being fixed. All of those colors, all of those pieces of the aura kind of just fixing themselves, the holes, whatever, the dents in the armor, and just coming forward so that when you see yourself in meditation or you see yourself in the mirror, you have this ball of bright white energy all the way around you. Some people, you might even notice your eye color might change a little bit. It might get lighter. You may have clearing of your skin. You might just feel brighter, right? Once you have that and you step into the new you can manifest anything you want. You become a magnet. You become this attraction magnet, a magnet for abundance, prosperity, and you gain all of this fabulous new frequency and energy, and you raise that frequency. And so I take you through all of that because I want you to have that for yourself. I want you to step through all of that. If you need a guide, if you need somebody to help you do some of those steps, I encourage you to come and join our New Moon Circle group. Oh, I have so many dreams for 2024 and so many blessings from 2023, right? And I want you to be able to dream about 2024 as well. So do a deep meditation, do a Kundalini Kriya, and then grab your notebook and like, what do you want in 2023, 2024? What do you want as you step into the new you? How do you feel? If nothing could stop you, what would you go to? And what's stopping you? Make a list of your core beliefs. What do you believe? Right? Let me share some of mine with you. Like, what's crazy? It's so fun. If you're on the video, you can see this. So I have this 5x8, 5.5x8 journal, and it's super cute. It goes along with some other books, but it's got flowers in it, and it's got sketches of flowers and pictures inside. And it's like a little garden journal. I bought it thinking I would journal about the garden. What I've done instead is fill up this journal that is, I don't even know how many pages, 200 pages maybe. I'm looking to see if it tells me inside how many. I don't know how many pages. Anyway, it's pretty thick, inch and a half thick. Instead, I filled it up with journaling in the last 2 weeks. Everything from closing out 2023 to what does it look like in 2024, my business goals, 100 things to do in 2024, how do I want to celebrate my birthday, what are my huge goals, right? Let me share some of these with you because it's very interesting. And I want them to help inspire you, right? Inspire you. One of my huge goals is to travel abroad, to grow our new moon circle to 10 women every month, right? Each and every month to have 10 women that are energetically aligned at our new moon circle in the container. To build a meditation stone circle in our backyard. And my girls are laughing at me. They're like, Mom, seriously, you need a meditation circle, a stone circle in our backyard. I'm like, yep, I need my own stone circle. And so that's going to happen somehow, some way. And then I want to do a massive declutter. Some of you know our house is under construction, so if you do hear some noise in the background, I apologize, but I couldn't wait any longer to record this podcast. I've been trying to do it for 3 days, and then there's been noise, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to record it today. Noise or no noise. We'll figure it out. All right, so let's talk about, like, you want to grab your own journal. This would be amazing for you to think about as well. Like 3 huge goals you have for yourself. I want to host a spiritual retreat this year. I don't know how it's going to happen. It's not about the how right now. It's not about making it happen right now. The energy is about the what. What is it? I want to prioritize my frequency alignment first above all the chaos in life, above corporate, above like everything else that's happening. I need to prioritize my health, my energetic frequency. And that's just what's going to happen, right? That's part of that. Hell yes. It's not selfish. It's just, I can't pour from an empty cup. And I realized that so many times over and over again. And I want to greatly improve my own health. I look at videos from 4 years ago, from, 2019, that winter, and I look at how healthy I was. Oh my gosh. And I'm not saying I'm not healthy now. Like my blood work came back and it's like perfect. And I'm like, cool. But at the same time, it's not just about your blood work or your numbers on your CBC or any of that stuff. It's about how you feel in your soul, in your energy, your vibrance, right? And so there's some stuff to be done there to maintain my frequency that I love. And then, what would I do if I knew it wouldn't fail? If I knew I couldn't fail, if I knew it wouldn't fail, what would I do? And I want to host a spiritual retreat in New Smyrna Beach on the summer solstice. So very specific. Don't know how the universe is going to make this happen, but I have faith. I'm going to meditate on it. I'm going to envision it. And we're going to see what happens. So if you're interested in that, you guys, definitely like ping me, hit me up, be like, oh my gosh, yes, I would Airbnb with you together. We would figure it out. And, sunrises on the beach, finding turtle tracks, signs from the universe on the beach. Oh my gosh, stepping into the ocean in the evening and just releasing and taking in the energy of the waves, playing singing bowls in the jungle or even singing bowls at the beach, going to the national park, the Seashore National Park, and finding shells. I mean, I could just keep talking about what this could be. I mean, it could be so amazing. Morning yoga, morning sadness together. Amazing organic local meals at restaurants where we know the owners, right? Walks on the beach, kayaking in the lagoon. Oh my gosh, so much. Watching the birds in the sky, like laying on your back and just watching the birds. and watching their patterns. Oh my gosh, so amazing. So anyway, that is what I would do if I knew that I or it would not fail. Core beliefs. This is another one. Like, without overthinking it, you guys should make your own list of what are your core beliefs. And then you need to call out the ones that are bullshit. So it was interesting. I started to make my core belief list, right? And it was like, I need to be nice. And then immediately I was like, bullshit, I don't have to be nice. I lead from my heart. Money comes easy. I can have everything I want. Everything is within my reach. The ocean heals all. Those core beliefs are new beliefs that I've set for myself recently in the last few years. It's taken a lot of work to reset core beliefs and a lot of work to get rid of beliefs that were embedded in my subconscious from years of upbringing and training. And so that was interesting. And then look at your future self and write 3 I am statements. I am, I am, I am. And then write yourself out a she knows. What do you know in your soul? What do you know in that deep, deep place of your heart? What's your approach to life? Right? And then what are new core beliefs that you're going to build in 2024? Two of mine. Well, actually 3 of mine. I am a beautiful soul. I am surrounded with light. I'm surrounded with light. And then life is full of adventure. Those are like my 3 new core beliefs. And I truly want to like embody those and feel those. It's amazing. The other thing you guys can do, which I have done the last few years and absolutely love, is even though it's not January 1st, it's okay. Write yourself a letter and then fold the letter up and put it away and don't open it until December 31st of 2024. And the last few times I've done this, when I read my letter to myself, I cried at the end of the year. But yeah, take the time and write yourself a letter to open on December 31st of this year. Like, spend 5-10 minutes and just hand write yourself an old school snail mail letter. If you want to put it in an envelope, if you want to leave it in the middle of a notebook, if you want to tape it shut, if you've got a wax seal and you want to wax it shut, like, take the time to do that. It'll be truly amazing. So this year, the podcast is definitely going to be about gardening and homesteading, and that's definitely going to be there. Like raising chickens, all the planning of the garden. I haven't even started planning my garden this year. Some of you are like, "What?" I just don't feel like it's energetically ready yet. I've got all my seed catalogs. I think I'm going to start like around the 11th. That's like a big energy day for January. So I think I'm going to start the garden planning around the 11th. I'll get out the graph paper and the colored pencils. So the podcast definitely around gardening, biodynamics. I want to include some herbalism this year. Maybe we'll do some medicinal stuff and some herbal tinctures and make them on camera and post them on YouTube. Intuition. We'll talk about the new moons, the full moons. We'll talk about the energy. I am going to step back from gut health, at least on the podcast. This podcast is going to step into the energetics of nature, homesteading, sustainability, building ourselves up as women, and building a life that we love, right? Building a garden that helps us heal. So that's kind of the focus of this year's podcast. This is my call for guests and for sponsors. So if you're listening and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I could speak on any of those topics you just mentioned, whether it's gardening, chickens, homesteading, intuition, new moons, full moons, the energy, astrology, biodynamics. If you are an expert or even a partial expert, message me. Let's get you on. Let's have you on as a guest. I'd love to have some new guests this year on the podcast. It's always conversational. Nothing is ever set up in stone, or it's always conversational. If you're a guest on the podcast, we just go with the energy flow. We just kind of, jive, and it's fun. It's always fun. Lots of laughs. I would love to have you. And if you are a company, small business, women owned or not women owned, but small business, and you're looking for some additional advertising outlets or a new platform or a new community to market to, let's talk about podcast sponsorship. So I have openings for podcast sponsors now. I like to do 10 podcasts at a time. So you would be a sponsor for 10 podcasts. We can negotiate if you want more or less, but that would be super fun as well. So you can email me at tiffany@cultivatingguts.com for either of those opportunities. Those are my things for you. And then I am going to share with you a gift. So welcome to episode 1, season 3. Woo! Right? We have, which came out last year toward the end of the year, a brand new ebook that you can download on biodynamic moon gardening. Super easy, 3 steps to start out. Everything is laid out for you. It's not super scientific. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't understand. That's not going to be helpful for anybody. If you want to go deeper, you're always welcome to go deeper. But this is the beginner's guide to biodynamic moon gardening, getting you set up to plant with the energy of the moon, harvest with the moon, weed with the moon energy, and to have this abundant garden, right? So now is the time to start building the soil. Now is the time to do that, whether you've got snow or not got snow. Even if the ground is slightly frozen, it's still the time to start building the soil. So opportune, perfect time. You can get that free ebook download, the My Guide to Biodynamic Moon Gardening, at our website. You just go www.cultivatingguts.com. There's a link. It'll say, get the book. Put your email address in, and I will email you the PDF of the ebook. You can print it. If you want to print it out, you can look at it on your phone, on your tablet. And it's a digital, and you can it's yours after you download it, right? With that, I think we're going to keep this a short and sweet first episode. I'm so excited. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Share with me what your favorite part was. Share with me when you download the Biodynamic Moon ebook. What are your thoughts? Put it up on Pinterest or put it up in Instagram stories. Tag me at Cultivating Guts or at I am Tiffany Hinton. Ask me any questions. I'm here for you, and I'm excited to see the benefits of your new garden experience. Satnam. Love you guys. So if you love this episode, remember to share it with your friends. Send it to anyone who may love this inspiration or the information that I shared today. To get our newest ebook, Biodynamic Moon Gardening, again, visit our website. Download it for free. It's my gift to you for being a listener of our podcast. So go pick up that ebook. I also want to let you know we have a live event, not free, live event coming up Sunday. This is very short considering when this podcast is coming out. It is our January New Moon Circle. It is Chicagoland on my homestead, 10 people max, actually 6 people now, 6 people left. 2 p.m. Sunday, January 7th, we're going to be doing breath work, a little bit of meditation. We'll be writing out intentions for the new moon, and we'll be doing some herbal crafting. I have to figure out the herbal craft. We might actually be painting instead of, we'll figure it out. I'll get that all put together. But I am excited for Sunday and to start to work in the energy of the new moon. So if you need to register for that, I'll put the link below, but you can also register over on our Instagram page at the link in my bio, or you can get there from cultivatingguts.com by clicking up in the menu for the New Moon Circle and register for January. Our kids, Little Witches Moon Garden School club is kicking off next week, and they're going to start garden planning. It'll be so fun on the 14th. So if you need details for that, hit me up and I'll get you those details. It's open to kids ages 6 to 14. And if you need a garden coach, I'm here for you. To get all the details you need, head over to www.cultivatingguts.com. You will see everything you need to get started with your gardening masterclass and to get the stuff you need to get going with your own garden and creating a sustainable life.